guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you didn't know by now, my name is Chef D, and today we are going to be doing literally my favorite holiday cookies. Now, this recipe was actually passed down by my aunt Yvette, and I'm sharing it with you guys. She is literally the baking queen of the fam, so I just had to share this recipe because not only are these easy holiday cookies 4 ingredients, but they don't contain any eggs or any sort of milk. So I mean, combining those 3 things together, no eggs, no milk, and only 4 ingredients, if you make those cookies, if you make any other holiday recipes that I share with you guys, please don't forget to share it with me, like, comment, and subscribe, because it really does help out the channel. So guys, I will see you next week with a brand new video. I'm wishing you a happy holidays and enjoy. For these holiday winter cookies, we're gonna need just 4 basic ingredients, and that's pretty much an all-purpose flour, our cornstarch, our powdered sugar, and our butter. Please make sure that the butter is room temperature, as we're mixing this with our hands and we want to make it a dough. In your large bowl, add in your 3 sticks of room temperature butter. Using a sifter or a mesh strainer, add in your 3 cups of all-purpose flour. The thing about this simple recipe is that everything is going to go in this bowl. I would definitely say please make sure that this bowl is the largest that you have and the deepest that you have to make the dough and to have room for you to mix with your hands. And here we are going to be adding 1 cup of cornstarch or maizena. Maizena and cornstarch, guys, it's the same thing that we're gonna be placing inside this bowl. And like you see, the sifter is really crucial because we want to make sure that everything is really finely done and really finely looking, because everything is just gonna come together in one dough. And that's actually my aunt and my little niece that are joining me for this video. Next, we are adding 1 cup of powdered sugar like you saw right there, and we're also sifting everything inside of the bowl. Like you see, we have the butter, we already have our flour, we have our cornstarch, and lastly, this is pretty much the last ingredient, which is the powdered sugar. And everything is just going in this amazing bowl, and pretty much that is the recipe. And right now what we're doing is we're mixing everything with our hands. Like you see my aunt here, she started literally with all this flour, cornstarch, and sugar, and she's just mixing it and massaging it all together. The only thing that we're gonna be putting right now is 1 tablespoon of cold water. And what this 1 tablespoon of cold water is going to do is just really make that dough kind of come together. But like you'll see, everything is done by hand. It's super simple, and you just keep massaging it until it really becomes less crumbly and more dough-like. And what I love about this recipe is that there is no eggs, there is no milk, and there's just a couple of budget-friendly ingredients. And the last step, like I mentioned before, is we are adding 1 tablespoon of cold tap water. And this is pretty much going to be the only thing that we're going to need. And this is really going to help everything just combine and really form into a bowl. And there goes my aunt placing in her 1 tablespoon of cold tap water. And now we're just gonna knead this until we magically make this 1 dough ball using our hands in this 1 bowl. I just really love this recipe, guys. You'll be needing to preheat your oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit because we are going to be starting to make our dough balls to bake in the oven. Line your 3 baking sheets or cookie sheets with your parchment paper, silicone mat, or foil. And let's get started making our cookies. And that's my little niece right there dancing to a TikTok song. I love her. What we want to do with the cookie dough is we want to create 1 tablespoon size of a cookie ball. And pretty much we're just gonna gently roll the ball in between our palms, and then we're gonna flatten the cookie into a thick disc-shaped form. We wanna make sure that the disc-shaped form is on the thicker side because that is really gonna help the texture to this mini holiday butter cookies. And now using your index finger or even your thumb, we're just gonna put a little dimple in the middle of the cookie, like you see right here in the video. Now the dimple side is going to go down when you place it onto that baking mat or baking cookie sheet or what have you not. And like you'll see for this, I'm using my thumb. I know my aunt loves using her index finger, but I love using my thumb. I really don't know why, but I'm just gonna show you a recap of everything that I'm doing right here in the video. Like you'll see, my little niece is about to help me out. She loves making these cookies, and honestly, they're just such a fun way to just interact and talk and make these cookies. And what I love about these is that depending on the size that you make them, they make about 40 to 45 mini holiday cookies. Now, the smaller they are, the more that you're going to get. Hey, you can even make like 55 if you make them really small. But the max size for the cookie dough ball has to be maximum 1 tablespoon, no more than that, because these are, I would say, mini holiday drop cookies. So me and my niece are almost done making the last of our cookies, and I just want to preheat my oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. We are placing these in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes approximately, or until a nice golden light color. That's when we'll know they are ready. But the approximate time, I repeat, is 15 to 20 minutes. Once they're done, we are going to let them cool. Cooling time for this recipe is going to be for 45 minutes to up to an hour. You can definitely leave them on your baking sheet or place them in a cooling rack. This just depends on you. The more we let them cool, the crunchier the cookie will be. And now I'm just gonna pick up my cookie because I do want to show you guys the inside of this beautiful holiday butter cookie. And look at these textures. Now this cookie is so delicate, so flavorful. It just amazes me what minimal ingredients can make with this amazing cookie. And guys, I hope you enjoyed my family's winter holiday cookies and that you find them as delicious as we do. I hope you guys have a happy new year, and I will see you next week. Ciao.